Ebusuya mama kwa ba na so biemba Mzika TV channel. So me say 2024 elections dey there yen na ho asem ebesi. Ni na ne say after the elections there are still 9 outstanding constituencies. The Electoral Commission has not declared the parliamentary candidates who emerged victorious to those constituencies. Baby wo kran so a isi chiremu a the Electoral Commission officers there were forced to declare some candidates winners without going through the proper procedure, the proper collation of the polling stations results. Now when Yamami Mensah and or press conference the same to go say it's about time those happenings in some of the constituencies will stop because it doesn't set good precedent. Sansa Yamami Mensah the two way and another BREFO of Onua FM. Or the reaction be ba ebusia eseweni ese okachire eya no nko John Dramani Mahama, president-elect of the Republic of Ghana, and so at nano to Sansem Simnum, Akasa Afahu. You will come into details. Afe no Kwame Agboja, one of the members of parliament for the NDC, Wakasa Afahu. Now the latest update Abani say an Accra High Court has issued or has declared that an Accra High Court has ruled that the Electoral Commission should go ahead and carry out with the recollation of the Nsawam Adwejiri and Okankwe North parliamentary results. After the NDC's application to stop the recollation of the outstanding constituency parliamentary results has been refuted by an Accra High Court. You will call into details. If you say won't subscribe to this channel, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Now, what turn on the notification bell. Now, what stand crown so I drop it what about this particular video. Now, what stand so I share video no afufro and be ashe. Now, let's move into details of the story. Following the 2024 general elections, there were a lot of disputes and I say confusion across some of the constituencies in the country. The EC officials did not have a good atmosphere to collate the parliamentary election results and declare candidates duly elected. EC say some of the outstanding constituencies in the Eastern region, namely Akwetia, Nsawam Adwejiri, Fancy Akwa North, and Suhum, should be brought to the Accra Police Training Depot at Tesano for recollation. A ma with me will declare 3 out of the 4. A can Nsawam Adwejiri. A brom gusu ya waye akasam 80 plus police stations no we na. Where so the next day. The next one baba. The NDC served an injunction on the EC said they cannot continue with the process. When NDC Echo Court Echo Siki court interpretation on the matter. Now Andrea Efka say Yamami Mensah ebeye press conference in same to go say kwanya some of the 9 outstanding constituencies ya fast so declare MPs no winners and ya proper procedure. Now I'm chire mu say Siama Kwan say the people to hijack EC officials with macho men and force them to declare their candidates winners when it is not so. It doesn't set a good precedent for future elections as a country. And for that matter, she urges that the security officials of the country provide the EC with adequate security to recollate the outstanding parliamentary results. Ebusuya no kwa am say Sansa Mama Mensah beka has sparked a lot of controversies. The president-elect John Dramani Mahama and so now to much say the EC's own directive ordered by in the year 2020 say you declare results that's so big in the one here. The person needs to seek redress from court or cast assembly in the year 2020. Never saying and Mama Mensah on one assembly kind 4 years ago. Afe was JDM on that same issue.
There are few outstanding issues arising from the election. As you are aware, 9 constituencies are in dispute, and we think that the Electoral Commission should act in a principled manner. You cannot change the rules when it suits you and apply different rules when different circumstances exist. There was a particular case in 2020, and the Electoral Commission came out clearly that if a declaration had been made, it was not the duty of the Electoral Commission to adjudicate it. The courts were the right place to go. And so if a declaration has been made, it doesn't matter under what circumstance. They're saying that somewhere under duress. In the case of Mensah, it was under duress. There were soldiers in the collation room. There was chaos in the collation room when the declaration was made. And the same arguments were passed that, there should be a recollation. And the Electoral Commission said, no, there can't be any recollation once a declaration has been made. In the same circumstances, declarations have been made. If people have a grievance, they must go to the courts and redress those grievances there. We don't think that the goalpost should be shifted depending on who is at the other end of the stick. There's one particular case in which there was no declaration. We can understand that. And so the Electoral Commission has to make a determination what happens. Is there going to be a rerun? How are they going to be able to collate those results? And so we think that there must be fairness and justice in everything that we do. And so that's a concern we have, that those issues will be resolved as quickly as possible so that we know what the final outcome of the election.
Ebusia Kwame Agboja, a member of parliament in the NDC side, has also reacted to Mamiji Mensah and somebody else said those 9 outstanding constituencies results should be recollated. And also Akasa Afahu, Abese also Yemeti, and also Nesamo Okafahu.
We want peace. Imagine that Mensah holds a press conference and says that the declaration of the presidential results, she won't recognize it, so she wants to do recollation. Do you know the chaos that this will engender in this country? And finally, let me refer everyone to December 2020, when the minority caucus, then led by the Honorable Haruna Idrisu, when we were aggrieved by the outcome of the Techiman South parliamentary elections during the December 7, 2020 general elections, we sat in parliament here and petitioned the Electoral Commissioner, the EC chairperson. If you people recall, in submitting that petition, we had to walk to reach to the EC head office. We were brutalized in the course of that walk, but we succeeded in submitting the petition. That was done on the 22nd day of December 2020. On the 23rd day of December 2020, she acknowledged receipt of the petition and assured us that she will respond to the terms of the petition. On 31st December 2020, she responded to the petition. Let me refer to paragraph 13 of her response to the petition filed by the minority leader at the time, Honorable Haruna Idrisu, supported by all the other 105 members of parliament at the time. She said, recollation can be conducted before declaration of results in all parliamentary and presidential elections. But after declaration of the results, recollation is no longer feasible, and that if any person is aggrieved, it is the law courts that must settle the matter. This was her own words to members of parliament in 2020. Today, she's running away from her own words. And Mensah should not dare us any further. Tomorrow, the NDC will be in court.
That same issue is attracting a lot of reactions. Lawyer Eduji Tamaklu, one of the seasoned lawyers in the NDC, Okopiemu Accra High Court, all in the name of that same disputed constituencies. Now, Chiremu said the application of the NDC to stop the EC from recollecting those outstanding results, the Accra High Court or the High Court did not rule in their favor. And until after the court proceedings, lawyer Eduji Tamaklu sent me a tool and Chefu any member said the also action the ruling of the court on that same recollation matter.
But that notwithstanding, the judge says, without any contrary evidence from the EC or a deposition by the returning officers in their respective places that the declaration that they made was fraudulent. But the judge said it was fraudulent. Where he got the evidence of fraud, I don't know. Because my understanding is that at least somebody must come to court, put a rival evidence of fraud before you, or duress, and prove it. This morning, the EC only came and said on point of law. In fact, the Electoral Commission's own lawyer never talked about the videos. But the court said those elections are tainted with fraud. How he came to the conclusion that there was fraud, I don't know.
What is the next line of action? What remedies are you going to seek forward going forward?
No, we'll keep that to ourselves.
Are you going to now, the process is going to happen, are you going to get ready for it?
I have 5 MPs, all of them here, duly declared by the Electoral Commission.
So you take part in the recollation?
Mensah sits in her office and says she had invalidated it. Do you know the danger if we allow this absurdity to continue? Tomorrow, a president that has been declared winner, a deputy chairperson can sit somewhere and say, no, I don't agree. Any MP, and remember, all the 5 MPs have been declared for NDC. The same Electoral Commission has not spoken about Damango because that was declared for the NPP. So clearly, this commission is up to an agenda. Let's see. You can have an order, but you can't enforce it. That's also true. Is that not the case?
Is that to say that you participate in it? Is that to say that you don't partake in the collation exercise?
What collation?
The orders by the court.
No, as for the courts or the sheriffs and others would have to ensure its compliance. The rest, we'll leave them to it.
Yo, Ebusuyanti no, Sabri there, and Accra High Court has also ruled in favor of the EC to recollect the remaining outstanding parliamentary results to know who is really the legitimate BREFO, who is really the legitimate MP elector, the constituent Atuaba Amano. And some of these outstanding constituencies includes in Sawam Adwejiri, Okankwe North, Techimai South, and several other constituencies are Aka, EC, SSA, Wasanye, the needful by recollecting the results to know who has really won the elections. And yet they are, the PBSU say they have coerced the EC to pronounce them as winners. In the same way, I said this is the first time we are hearing such issues after a general elections, because we are almost 2 weeks away from the elections, but still 9 constituencies we don't have duly elected members of parliament. Because say I shall resolve those issues before January 6th. You see on the January 7, 2021, when this 8th parliament was being ushered in. Yehu controversy about when it came to electing a speaker of parliament. Yehu blow circles of parliament. And you know, Sabri anya clear say asemesi ala so bentin na winning in the particular constituencies. No, Obia best to say all the candidates best to say they are winners. And we are going to have 2 representatives on or from these constituencies either from the NPP side and the NDC side. Yan hwe na say yan no obi ehun so me lose to me ho ase. Na me na ya to ababa me na say we na ko pie mu wo Parliament House chamber nim on January 7 ebusua yan hwe na the same thing see on 2021 January 7 no. The same thing happen on January 7 2025. So I think the EC should do what is needful to resolve this issue amicably and let us know the legitimate winners in these outstanding constituencies. No be there should be then aba. The stakeholders in this issue should come together and resolve the matter and let us have peace, because and we have registered a lot of disputes, controversies like across the country. Like it is coming down. It is those constituencies. We urge the EC and the security agencies and the other party agents or party representatives, the NPP and the NDC, one of the main stakeholders in this issue they should come together and iron the issues out so that we shall have an amicable solution to it. Nagana, there are some agreeing. You have to obey your man pehini, your MPs. You can no training resolve in Nana and far as from the Embra. In this abridge, Mamiji Mensah and someone about to say the outstanding constituencies should be recollated. No. A lot of reactions about one. Me say, my member actually send and say should go ahead and have the recollation done so na be ye dey asomdwe ebeba na sure say what can be our first issue will be drop mame in the comment section. Now don't forget to share the video for others to also get some to watch. I am some for Nana Apia. Bye bye.